When we decide who's going to be on Pat's personal portrait besides Pat, I said, well, wait a minute, hold it. Who is it that's doing something intriguing and interesting and so valuable that this audience should know that person? And we have one of those people right now. Dr. Moody, it's not only good to have you here on KTAR.com on this program, but it's also important and valuable that you're in the community because you're doing such great work and such important work with your specialty as a specialist in the field of treating HIV and AIDS. Why that when you were studying medicine?
I trained in internal medicine and got a subspecialty in HIV medicine just because there is a need. There is, I wouldn't say there's such a shortage of practitioners, but there was a need for quality, affordable HIV care.
Has the need changed over the years? Is there less need for information? Are we more open now than when you got your degree?
Information is available. I don't think we're capitalizing on it or taking advantage of it. We've had a resurgence of new HIV cases in the last year or so. We've gotten very good at the treatment, but the focus has digressed from prevention. I don't know if you can say people are being less responsible. I think people perhaps have become complacent. I think now that treatment involves taking one pill a day, and people are living normal, healthy lifespans on that, perhaps there is not the sense of urgency or no longer thinking of HIV as a serious illness.
Is that why you opened your clinic?
We opened our clinic in Central Phoenix. Geographically, there was a need there, and we wanted to bring in affordable, quality, personal health care that was accessible to the community.
And so who knocks on the door on a given Wednesday? Just any day of the week while your clinic is open, who comes there for help?
Oh, we have people of all ages, all ages, all races, all genders. We want to make sure that people know that we welcome everyone.
There are folks right now with pencils at the ready waiting to write down the address because they didn't know a clinic like that was even available here.
Our address is 3201 North 3rd Street, which is a little bit south of Osborne in Central Phoenix.
Do you do anything else besides counsel and treat HIV/AIDS patients?
Yeah, we are a primary care internal medicine clinic, so we take care of all medical issues. I just happen to have a particular interest in HIV, so we got our subspecialty in that.
Are kids better informed now than they were even 10 years ago about sexually transmitted diseases?
You know, I don't think so. There's a lot of information available. I just don't think we've done a good job of putting it out there and disseminating the information. And I think a lot of times we have missed target groups that would have benefited greatly from the information.
Well, of course, the city of Phoenix is still battling the discrimination problem. Just simply the very fact that lesbians and gays, not that they are the only ones that you would treat in an
Right.
HIV and AIDS clinic, but lesbians and gays don't have the same rights against discrimination that virtually every other race and religion has, and they're still fighting that in City Hall.
That's very true.
So when you're talking about that kind of thing, is it a matter of continuing to depend on the educators of the world? Can we somehow manage to get past that and have more of the population understanding that they have to understand before they can accept personal responsibility?
Yeah, I think if the LGBT community were able to foster other members of the LGBT community so people did not feel marginalized, and that there was a support system, and within the community itself, the information was able to be disseminated.
I think it's important as long as we're talking about education, as long as we're talking about making a difference medically in people's health.
Right.
But it wouldn't be a bad idea for you to remind everybody where the clinic is again.
The clinic is at 3201 North 3rd Street in Central Phoenix, south of Osborne.
Mayor Greg Stanton is a fan of yours.
I'm glad to hear that.
And it's one of those things that, of course, that has to be addressed, because obviously it's not going away, and no matter what research says, we still have to constantly fight and inform and educate. It's what we try to do here on KTAR.com with features like this, Pat's Personal Portraits.